Welcome. In front of me I have the Oppo Reno 13F, and today I'll show you how you can bypass the Google verification on this phone. Now in a second you'll see that the phone I have right here is locked, and from there I'm just gonna begin. But I also want to clarify one thing. Typically when I'm recording these kind of videos, it's with the intent to also not only bypass but then remove this kind of protection. But since the changes in Android 15, we can bypass this, but we can't easily remove it. Now, possibly you can do this probably through ADB commands if you are good with those, but I personally am not. So I'm just going to show you how you can bypass this, and from there you have access to the Android and obviously all of its features, almost all of it, so you can try to remove it from there. But just know that without additional steps outside of the video, you will have access to the device. You can use it and all of its applications, but for instance you won't be able to do things like set up a screen lock because the device thinks that it has already a screen lock. So anyway, one of the requirements that we will need for this process is a second phone. Now that can be any kind of Android. I will be using also Oppo phone, but like I said, any Android will work, with an exception of like Xiaomi phones. For some reason the application there just kind of closes up for no reason. I'm not sure what's happening there, but that's one. And like super slow devices, old ones, will also have a problem with what we will need. Now on this device you can see that it is locked, so let's begin by going back, and if you haven't done so yet, connect to your Wi-Fi and then go back to the selecting language page and then select emergency call. Click on *#, I believe it was 899. I'm gonna quickly check. Yep, 899, and then press hash. And this will take us to the kind of like a test mode. Now we're gonna select right here manual test. Then in this list right here at the top you wanna swipe, and you can see we have a camera. Click on it and then select camera test. Take a photo. You can see it just took. I'm gonna click on that area where the photos are, agree and continue, and it opens up the photo that I've captured. Next you want to select share. In here swipe to the left and select Google search image. Next click on the three dots right here in the corner and select privacy policy, use without an account. You can tap on this blue text, this will get rid of it, and next you can click right here on this kind of grid, select Google, and swipe down and deny all of it. And in the search bar you want to navigate it to HardReset.Info/bypass. Right here, I'm gonna click on this and then click on the first link. Give it a moment. There we go, it shows up with this annoying thing. And next we're just gonna scroll down to settings. Click on the settings, select home screen lock screen, and then home screen layout. This glitches out the phone and takes us to the home screen. Now we are still not done yet, so next we're gonna swipe to the left. Here you'll find a folder called tools, and in here you will see clone phone application. So just open it up, select that this is a new device, allow everything that it shows up with, and then migrating data from either OnePlus, Realme or Oppo, or other Android or iPhone. I have never tried iPhone, but I know that these two options will definitely work. And so you can select whichever one. I will be using another Oppo, so that's what I'm going to select. Now grabbing our second phone, here you want to navigate to Play Store. Now if it's a Oppo, Realme or OnePlus, you just need to find clone phone application, which will be installed here as well, also in the tools folder you can see. But for devices that are just Android devices, not one of the three brands that I listed, you would need to open up your Play Store and in here search for Oppo clone phone. Just get rid of the app. That's kind of useless. Now it won't show up here because it's already here, and it's kind of, the app won't be available for this device. But you will see somewhere right here something like clone phone, Oppo, and that's what you want to get. Similar to what we have right here. So clone phone, OnePlus app. So this is for OnePlus. They're about the same thing. But anyway, once you have that application, you will need to open it up. Here we're going to select that this is a older device. Now if you're using other Android, then you'll only have option that this is an older device, and select while using the app. Allow, and you can see we have camera open now, so we're gonna just scan the code. There we go. This will now connect these two devices together. Now there is a little bit of a difference on phones that are other Android. You'll have a list before that with bunch of categories, kind of like contacts right here, messages, and so on. And when you try to deselect them, it will give you a pop-up. Just agree that you want to deselect it, and the only thing that you want to keep is apps specifically. And once you do that and go to the next page, you will then see this page, same one that you have for me. Now if you deselected everything outside of the apps, everything apart from apps will be grayed out. Now for me, you can see I also have contacts, photos, and some other things. So because of that, I'm going to quickly click right here. This will select everything, and then once again to deselect everything. Next, click on the apps itself and find the smallest size application that you have on your phone. So let's see what we have right here. Looks like Google TV might be the smallest one at 37 megabytes. Oh, nope, there's Netflix, 4.6 megabytes. That's what I'm gonna select. And we can then select OK. Next, start migrating. Start migrating. For some reason we need to type in the code, so let's do that. So KD. So it looks like it is case sensitive. Okay. Now, because I selected a pre-installed application, Netflix, I don't think it will actually go through, but it shouldn't matter. Let's see. So we're done with this phone. Let's get rid of it. So if we click on resume, migrate. Okay, so it did succeed in transferring over the application. So anyway, we're gonna click on done, and this takes us back to the setup portion of the device. But we are now past the verification part of the setup. So we can now skip adding the screen lock. You won't be able to add one, so you don't need to try. So we're gonna skip. I'm trying to skip right now, or nope, never mind, I did mess up, so skip and later, there we go. I recommend it. Again, we're just gonna go to the next, agree, and app market. I don't think we actually need this, so let's select exit. Navigation, select whichever one you want. Get started. And we're now on the home screen. So this basically finished up the bypass portion, like I mentioned, and also like I mentioned, you will have some limitations with this kind of method. And if you were to reset this device through, for instance, settings, it would go back to being locked. So be mindful of that. When you lock it again, you just need to do this kind of guide once more from the start to get back to your home screen, so you can use the device. But other than that, like I mentioned, you can plug it in the cable, trust the computer, and from there you can have access to all the settings inside. You can also root the device and do all that stuff, which therefore would give you complete access to everything of the device. So you wouldn't need to like even bypass. You could just flash the device's ROM and install a different one if you wanted to. So that's also an option. But for this, that basically finishes off. So if you found this very helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.